Nerds and geeks, we are back. The legendary Friday nights of the Nerd-O-Roundtable with big news. Oh man, we got big things that happening tonight. Major things. I am talking over the top, super exciting, and it begins with the return of the one and only John Considine.
You always make too big a thing out of it. Too big a thing. I'll come back whenever you need me to. Like, you just shine the light in the sky, and I will arrive.
I will continuously shine the J in the sky to get you back on, my brother. Good seeing you, man. How you been doing?
Yeah, it's good to see you guys, too. I feel like I am about to get a ton of shit spoiled for me tonight because I am super not caught up on things. In fact, like, the last, 3 movies that I watched are like old Denzel Washington movies. I watched both of the Equalizers, and then tonight we watched Man on Fire.
Oh, Man on Fire is pretty good.
That's throwing
Which
it
are
back.
basically just Denzel kicking tons and tons of ass for it's like 6 hours of him just murdering everyone.
I love it. There's nothing better than that. Nothing better than that except for Cocaine Bears. But look, before we get there, before we get to the cherry on top, first and foremost, my peoples, Anthony from 2 Cubicles Down. How you doing, good sir?
Oh, good. What's going on, everybody out there in Radio Land?
That was definitely not a Cocaine Bear introduction at all.
Anthony was waiting for someone to answer.
No.
Yeah, I can't call it.
Cocaine. How is it going?
It's been a long week.
Ryan Twitchmaster Big Bane, my brother.
I'm just here to tell everybody, don't get behind the 8 ball. Go get those tickets to go see Cocaine Bear, baby.
God.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Oh man, Thomas Talking Cunningham.
I will just say that because I'm a member of Stubbs A-List, I won't be waiting on line to get my tickets. I'm just going to be able to purchase them straight away.
It has already begun. Dr. Liz will not be in the building tonight. Mo Kelly is off studying for his 5th, yes, I said 5th degree black belt in Hapkido. He will be joining us shortly and sorely in a little bit to give us the updates on that. Before we get into all this magnificence, we've got some major trailers, and you know what I'm talking about. Guardians of the Galaxy Indy. We've got something vicious from the Grinch, Transformers Beast Wars, and yes, the Cocaine Bear, baby. But Mo wanted nothing to do with these first 2 things that we're going to be discussing. First and foremost, Wednesday, which right now everyone is buzzing about Wednesday, and I don't know if it's because everyone thought it was going to be whack and then it turned out to actually be good. I haven't had a chance to catch up with it yet. Have any of you seen Wednesday yet?
Oh yeah,
I finished
okay.
it.
I finished it.
Boom. Then let's go. Anthony, what were your thoughts on Wednesday so far?
I think my biggest takeaway right now with this show is the casting. Not a huge fan of some of the ancillary cast members, but I think they knocked it out of the park bringing in Ortega as playing Wednesday. Christina Ricci's back as one of the school professors. And honestly, that's... I think...
no, Gwendolyn Christie.
As what is the
headmistress? The
headmistress, she was good. And was it Uncle
How's
Fester?
Luis Guzman? That's what the public wants to know.
No. Luis Guzman is trash. No, he's trash.
You want to know what? I think the younger versions of Morticia
are better.
Were better. I think they were better as as
those 2 characters. Yep. Okay, so here's the problem with Guzman, because a lot of people were like, well, have you seen the original drawings? And his name is Gomez. It's like, okay, well, first of all, the people didn't have names. in the cartoons. So there's that. And I think because he kind of looked like, perhaps Latino with the slicked down hair and the mustache when it came to television, that's how Gomez came. But again, Gomez is a first name. The name is Adams. And they introduced this mythology that Adams go all the way back to the Mayflower, basically, because the conceit is that this town of Jericho is an original colony town, and that there's a relationship between Wednesday Addams and this other Addams, her Goody Addams, who is her long ago ancestor. And I can tell you right now, cousins, identical cousins in every way. I don't know how those genes skipped over every intervening generation across 400 years to jump directly into Jenny Ortega's Wednesday. But I'm going to leave aside Luis Guzman and even Catherine Zeta-Jones, who is better as Morticia than he is as Gomez. Because they're not in it that much, thankfully. I was very concerned when I saw the casting. And the thing I don't like about the Gomez characterization is that even when Raul Julia was playing Gomez as suave and as smitten with Morticia, he was only in parts Morticia's love slave. He was still an in control guy who was managing his family finances and who was dealing with Tully and all these other things. He was kind of in control. Guzman is just fawning constantly, and his voice is wrong. It's too high pitched, and every time he says, "Oh, my little despicable disaster," it's like, "Oh, come on!" It's just not good. But they're barely in it. And so it doesn't matter, because this show is Nancy Drew / Veronica Mars meets like Deathly Hallows. So it's
mystery shit. I gotta watch that.
Oh no, it's all a mystery. There's several mysteries to untangle, and that's what makes the show work. Because Wednesday, when she's introduced, she doesn't even want to be there, and the only reason she decides she wants to stay at the school is that there are these. Well, at first it starts off as a series of killings that she is interested in, and then it turns into something involving her parents, and then it turns into, well, who is the person who's doing this? And so I'm not going to spoil any of that, because the twists are very well managed. Okay. And because they're well managed, it manages to be very intriguing throughout. Now, I will say that there are a couple of things that end up kind of sort of being developed and then end up being kind of dropped off to the wayside. There's a big subplot with the sirens that instead of houses, they have like categories of monsters at this place. So there's werewolves, curiously not vampires. There's werewolves, there's gorgons, and there's only one gorgon who actually does anything. And then there are sirens, and the sirens play perhaps a slightly larger role. And then there's well, I guess Wednesday doesn't have any of those things. I don't even remember what
she has the not the telekinesis powers, but
she's got the sight, the sight,
foresight powers.
So psychic. Oh yes, psychic. That's the other thing. So she falls into the psychic class because
zombies.
No zombies because but the telekinetics There are two telekinetics. Yeah, she's a clairvoyant, but it's not a whole class of clairvoyance. It's a cluster of psychic powers. So there are two major characters who are telekinetic, and then there's her who's clairvoyant, and then we don't really see any of the other psychics. But that doesn't matter because it's already a big cast. Anthony is right. She is absolutely perfect. She is excellently cast. Gwen Christie, who said in an interview that this is the first role she's ever had on screen where she feels beautiful, is absolutely right. She is 6'12" of gorgeousness.
Wow.
I would have gone on a date with Lucifer, man, for sure. No matter how it turned out.
But I'm telling you, she said she wanted to look like a golden era of Hollywood glamour god. And from the hair to the outfits that they put her in,
The makeup.
the makeup, the outfits hug every curve on her, and you see her as this incredibly statuesque woman. It's impossible to deny. She was very, very good. And she and Catherine Zeta-Jones have some stuff, and they do a good job of throwing just the right amount of misdirection at you to keep the mystery alive. And you don't really get the solution to anything until the last 2 episodes, which I thought was very well done.
How many episodes is it?
Isn't it 8 or is it 10?
I think it's 8. It's only 8 episodes.
All right, short while.
Yeah.
How long is each episode?
About 45,
It's an hour.
55 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hour-ish. Well worth it. It is super duper enjoyable. I was very surprised. I didn't know what to think. I did not like at all the idea that Luis Guzman was going to be Gomez, and thankfully he's barely Gomez, and that's the best thing I can say about him, that he's barely
you
Gomez.
get that.
Scene is it
The
and
first-
Fester and everyone else. In it?
Oh,
I mean, or is just-
yes.
Yeah,
And they
it's a
do-
big role.
They do some it is really it from the movies, because of course it has to be able to move around.
Right.
And so it's it from the movies, although they stitch them together more like kind of like a Frankenstein's monster hand. But very tender, some actually very tender moments with it that were surprising. Fester is
Wasn't cousin it
Fred
the thing with
Armisen.
The hair?
There you go. That's his name, Fred Armisen.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
hand,
there is
the hand is thing.
yes,
right?
thing.
Thing, yeah.
It is the hair, thing is the hand. And there is no cousin it.
No, well,
but they do well, okay,
there's a
yeah.
painting. They do show the painting.
There's a painting, yeah.
Of cousin it.
Oh, so second
There's-
season. So season.
Yeah,
2,
there's no
season 2.
right. There's no grandmama. You got Pugsley. You got a bit of Lurch, not very much Lurch. You have
much of
Gomez,
Pugsley
Morticia, Fester. No, less of Pugsley than even Gomez and Morticia is the one of the other family members that gets the most screen time by a lot, and that's fine because at least she physically looks like Morticia. And they do some very clever asides to things from the TV show / movie. So you will find 2 snaps in the show. You will find
about to say, dude.
you will find Morticia cutting roses. You will find, I mean, it's got these very clever ways to introduce those things without making it seem corny or obvious. They even say Ookie. They get Ookie into the script. So they do a good job of those sorts of things. But if you never watched the show or any of the movies, and this is what I was telling Mo, you could appreciate this show for what it is, which is a well-crafted, richly structured, mostly well-cast mystery with a Tim Burton twist. So it will remind you in some ways of certain aspects of Sleepy Hollow. I think intentionally. Malcolm, not Malcolm McDowell, from Clockwork Orange and Cat People.
McDowell.
It is Malcolm McDowell. That's him? Okay, I got the name right. All right. He's in there as a figure from the past. So it's just, you can enjoy it without knowing anything, and then you just look at Luis Guzman like, this guy has a really bad perm.
You don't look at him a lot. You don't have to look at him a lot.
You don't have to look at him a lot.
Now,
So
let me ask
it's
you this. Has Tim Burton calmed down? Because for a while there, they had a blank check for his ass, and he could make whatever movie he wanted, and he basically made the same movie like 15 times. So is he making the Addams Family, or is he making a Tim Burton joint with Addams flavor?
He only has a few. I think he only
Episodes
directed
that he
1 or 2 episodes.
yeah, he was
really?
he
Okay.
EP'd. He was an EP of the series, but he didn't write it.
I'd say he's more in name only, in title only.
He directs the pilot. He directs episode 1, and I think he maybe directed episode 2 to kind of get it started. Yeah. So that is episode 1 has more Guzman and Zeta-Jones than probably any other episode except like episode 4 or 5 when they kind of come back, and that's kind of about them. But no, I mean, obviously the Tim Burton touches a very drab tableau. dark colors, an emaciated waifish heroine. I mean, those sorts of things. Christina Ricci substitutes for Helena Bonham Carter as like his throwback chick that he's got to have in it. Of course, there is no Johnny Depp, which it would have been interesting to see Johnny Depp even in a teeny weeny little part, but no. So it's not overwhelmingly Burton.
Johnny Depp would have been a dope Gomez though.
Yeah, I think he was better than Luis.
He would have been better than. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a little worse for wear these days.
Yeah, he is, but he's still he does creepy better than anyone.
But you don't creepy with Gomez Adams.
But I'm talking suave. That creepy, but that suave. He can do both.
He can. I mean, he was suave. He was suave in Chocolat. I mean, clearly, he could have done it. I just don't know if it would have worked because given when they were producing this in the middle of the Amber trial and all that other shit. But it's super, super enjoyable. It is super worth your time. It is a very pleasant surprise, I will say.
Think if you watch it and you see the pre Catherine Zeta-Jones and Luis Guzman, Adams and Morticia, you're gonna think those are the two. Those are them. Who they should have used because it fits them perfectly.
Yeah, the flashback Gomez and Morticia were a lot better.
Yeah.
Than I think maybe Morticia's her appearance was fine. She was a little baby-facey. A little sweeter than what you might expect from Morticia, but as Gomez, he was the flashback Gomez was miles ahead of Guzman, miles. Who's a lot shorter. He was not shorter than Morticia. Yeah, flashback Gomez is not shorter than Morticia.
I don't get that.
It's lazy.
Obviously, but how do you go from that physique in 1991 to 2022.
Hey, look, man, marriage does things to you, Anthony. All right.
I don't want to knock you down by like a foot and a half.
No, it took 3 or 4 vertebrae out of his back because his spine collapsed.
There are some people that
may
tell
added
you
about
that
it can add. Oh, yeah. Captain Carter, then that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Who?
So he got Captain Cartered. That's what you're saying.
Oh, here you go. Here we go.
From one W to the next, from Wednesday to Willow. My main thing with Willow, and this is the funniest critique that I have seen from people who are fans of the original Willow. I keep seeing it's lost its magic, it's corny, it's silly, and I'm like, you motherfuckers are misremembering.
Did not see the original Willow.
You don't remember Willow.
You don't remember the original Willow, which was piss poorly acted. It was fun. It was a romp, but it was nowhere near the epic that you all are making it out to be, that you are saying that this Willow lost. For me, looking at Willow on the new series on Disney Plus, it damn near picks up right after Willow with the exact same type of acting, storytelling, predictability, style, everything about it. I'm like, yeah, this is Willow. If you like the original Willow, you're going to like the series. If you did not like the original Willow, you're not going to like this. I had fun watching it.
How did they deal with it? Val Kilmer's not in it, right?
No.
So, but he is mentioned. Basically, he's sent off somewhere to do something. They did not kill him off. They pretty much made it because he was supposed to be in season 1, but because of health reasons, he couldn't do it.
Right.
So what they're going to do is if there's a season 2, he could come back if he's healthy, or they could kill him off. So he's still there, but he's just not. So
Mad Mardigan is still in. He's off on a mission. Okay, Mad Mardigan lives.
Yes.
Still in the universe. Yes.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Cool. All right. That's fine.
Laura is all grown up. Willow is still, he still thinks he's this genius wizard. And except he gets checked real hard. Like, my dude, you ain't shit. You're not a wizard. Get out of here.
See, my only issue is I have a couple issues. So they kind of left it off where he was gonna be destined to be this great wizard. So him getting checked like that, I was like, oh wow, he's really not shit apparently.
Yeah.
I don't the tone of the series so far is fine. I just think there's too many characters. I don't really care about anybody really yet. They really, really rushed out. Hey, this is Alora Dawn, or what's her name again?
Alora Donna.
Yeah. He rushed her out really quickly, like, oh, here she is, and she's just chilling in some kitchen making some biscuits or muffins or some shit. I'm like, okay.
Well, they had to
some
hide
people
it.
save the world differently.
Yeah, I get all that, but like, I was saying to myself, maybe we could have like hold off on that big reveal. But okay, the only character I really cared about was Eric, but he gets captured, and he's gone. He's out of the picture. I thought it was really dumb that they changed the hair color of Alora. I mean, why? Why do that? I mean, because she got lemon juice in her hair? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Ryan,
that's just
for
stupid.
some reason, Ryan, I'm thinking to myself, you must learn patience, young man. It's fucking 2 episodes, dude.
No,
like what do you want?
I don't hate the show. Just right now, it hasn't sucked me in yet.
But I'm saying like a lot of what they're gonna roll out. I mean, it's like with this series, they've got a lot that they want to get to in a short amount of time. So they're like, let's go on and get into it, especially for something that you can look at the time span in between the film, which was not a big film to begin with.
No,
it was really panned. That was not a hit. Willow was not. It's surprising that it gets a series in the first place. This is something that.
Is this, by the way?
I think it's like they've only got like 8. It's a short series and they got a lot to cover. So it's one of those, let's get right into it. Like, let's not pussyfoot around. Let's get into the meat and bones.
Yeah,
and answer the questions.
They haven't really like I said, they haven't really like sucked me in with any of these new characters, except for Eric. I thought Eric was funny. I was like, dude, that is Mad Mardigan's son.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
true.
They nailed it. I was like, dude, I love this guy. The guy's a fucking idiot. He's fucking hilarious. And then he's gone. I'm like, dude, what the hell, man? I want more of him. But hopefully
they give us more of him. And I feel you, the introduction of all those characters thrown into the pot, with no setup for them other than, hey, here is you, and here is you. Go off on this adventure. They're gonna have to get into it a lot quicker. Yeah. That's like what you're saying isn't what everyone else is. You're like, yes.
Yeah, like I said, I don't hate the show. It just hasn't like drawn me in yet. But I will say this: that Prince who was in Spider-Man, he's playing the same fucking character basically. And
oh man, my man Flash.
Yeah, Flash. I just like dude, like I can't get that out of my I just see like Flash, man. I just can't get it out of my head.
He's less of an ass in this. He's much less of an ass, but he does. It's like he's typecast. He's typecasted himself.
A little bit.
Or that's just his range. Maybe he just has no range.
His range, which is
he just
fine.
only knows how to play a chode.
But people are coming out here saying that like, yeah, they ruined like my childhood. They ruined the movie. Like, dude, go back and watch the movie again. Okay.
Yes.
Because
that shit drives me insane, dude. Because here is my thought on this, and this is the danger, Hollywood, of tapping into people's nostalgia. Is people respond to it and they go, this is not as good as I remember the first one being. But what's actually happening is you are not the same person that you were when you watched the first one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You cannot go back home again. And they keep saying like, oh, you absolutely can, with the fucking tinkly piano music and shit, like they did in the fucking indie trailer, Oh, you know what I'm saying? Where they're always just like, beep, 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 beep. It's like, oh, fucking Willow, I know what it is. I know those notes. Fuck out of here, man. I am not the same dude. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm ready to jump in and have a good time and shit. But, man...
I mean, think about most people that watch that shit, you're 8, 9 years old when it came out. If you think that you're still thinking that exact same way, we must really examine your life.
Okay,
right. Like, how are you watching it now going, wait a second?
It's like this.
You were a child.
It's like this. Christmas morning when you're a child and you get like a game like The Legend of Zelda, the gold cartridge, you're playing it. It's so much fun. You're so excited. You go back and play it again. Now you're like, this game's not that great. You don't get that same feeling. You'll never have that same feeling again, no matter what. No matter what. That's the thing.
Yeah. It is a tough thing for Hollywood to do, especially when you are, for instance, for releasing Avatar now, this new one that's coming out in a couple of weeks,
10+ years later,
and trying to rely on a nostalgia for an audience that isn't there, the nostalgia for Avatar, it doesn't exist. And you're talking about a 10-year gap, 10+ year gap of an entire generation of kids who are going to be looking at this like, fuck are these blue people? And what is it that they're doing here? It's and then to try to re-release the film to empty theaters to no one who went to go see this re-release. That type of thing is what pisses a lot of folks off. But again, to me, it's like I always look at folks who are always like, maybe they will look at some of the more present Star Wars, stuff, and they look at some of the dialogue and they're like, this dialogue is trash. I'm like, did you hear some of the things that they said? Did you hear some of the comments that fucking Luke made back in the day? Like,
some power converters at Tashi Station.
Yeah, sometimes it's not the dialogue. Sometimes it's not the dialogue. Sometimes it's a shitty plot.
And look,
Last Jedi.
Look, shitty plots aside, a lot of misremembering happens when people get into their high horse of nerdism of what was good back then compared to what is good now. Yep. That's kind of like, dude, we're talking special effects later. All that. Yeah, well, you gotta hate. Welcome, Mo. How you feeling, brother? You all right?
Yeah.
You saw it?
I'm just
Did
tired.
You kill your master?
No. What do we, Sith? Did you strike him down?
That's how it works. I thought you kill your master and then you become, whatever the fucking 8th degree, whatever.
Yeah. Did you say that your black belt had to be won in combat, like in Mortal Kombat, or what? Like, how does it work?
Kumite?
Kumite.
Don't make fun. Listen. Don't make fun of the Hapkido with Mo.
That's okay.
No,
did you guys?
I respect it. No,
listen, I don't mean it. He's gonna fucking come Hadouken my ass. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoryuken.
It's
I
not a
just think
sign of
it's badass,
disrespect.
Mo. That's all.
Yeah.
It was a joke about you being badass.
Please don't drag and punch my balls, please.
Mo, you came in right on time. We got rid of all of the W conversations out of the way.
Shit you hate.
All the shit that you don't want to discuss. I was about to launch into Tom's review of Silent Night because I know we were all hyped on that, or Violent Night.
Silent Night.
We were Violent Night, Silent Night.
Not quite the same movie.
We were on that. So what is the deal, Tom?
Well, so we have a person, Stubbs 316 says, "Sup guys, I seen that shit. Looks like it'll be the perfect movie to accompany Whiny the Pooh, Blood and Honey." So yeah, I think he maybe talked about Cocaine Bear. He wasn't very specific, but I will say this. There was a lot to enjoy about Violent Night. It had some pacing problems and it had some tone problems. So the good. David Harbour is a very good tired Santa. They take his origin all the way back to him being a Viking raider. And so they don't explicitly say it, but you're led to understand that him being Santa Claus is kind of penance for being a murderer and a thief, which is kind of an interesting.
Okay.
That's kind of interesting. And there's a point where he takes off his outfit, and it's the outer costume is kind of generic, although it is leather instead of red like velvet, which is kind of cool, and it's got the fur collar, but underneath that, he's got like this whole very intricate leather vest that's almost like a leather doublet, which you would have hoped would have provided him some better protection, because this motherfucker gets shot and stabbed, and like his nose is bloodied. He doesn't have any superhuman durability, which was a little confusing to me, because I can remember, I don't know if it was Marvel Comics or it was DC, Santa existed in the Marvel universe or in one of those comic book universes. Yeah. And so they were basically extrapolating some of the characteristics that he must have to be able to withstand wind shear fast enough for him to get around the earth for the, so it was like, his skin was durable, and that, he had magical, invulnerability, none of which he has here. He has one obviously magical power, and then he's got some magical gadgets. So he's got the little scroll that you see in the trailer that says whether you're naughty or nice. He's got the bag that you see in the trailer that can materialize gifts. And then he's got the touch of his nose zoop up the chimney power. Those are his only powers.
Yeah, see,
and so he isn't super he isn't super strong, but he's as strong as a big David Harbour would be. He doesn't have any particular stamina. He doesn't have a healing factor. But that said, that motherfucker knows how to murder some people. I would say when they get to the point where he goes full on Thanos, because I won't spoil that part, but when he's got this relationship with the cute little moppity black girl, she's mixed, and she is the granddaughter of the matriarch of this family, who is headed by Beverly D'Angelo, who is the most unlikable. She acts sexy because she acts like a ball buster, and so she still looks pretty good. You can see the city miles on the face, but she still got that same Beverly D'Angelo body. Hey. So she still looks, and she's a real ball buster. Her introduction to the movie is her talking cash shit to a person in a phone conversation. I mean, cash shit. And then she says, Merry Christmas, Senator. It's oh shit, she was really just taking it in the business. So, but she is enormously unlikable. And then you have her very small family, and they are fabulously wealthy. And it's kind of like Succession in that way, where you have the head of the family who's trying to make a decision about who's perhaps going to take over, and instead of having 4 or 5 children, you've only got 2 children, and there's some very strong comic relief. But when he gets into the murder, when he gets in the murder box, that's an intense 12 minutes of murder. It's a lot. Once that ball starts rolling, it's a lot. They're very clever things. You've never seen somebody fight with ice skates like that in your life. I like it. So that part is fine. There's a very little Home Alone element that they introduce, and it's a big tonal shift, because it is very much like Home Alone. I mean, in terms of, grown-ups being defeated by a small child with horribly inventive traps. And so all of a sudden you've got David Harbour kicking ass, literally murdering motherfuckers. And then you've got little Trudy as Home Alone.
With cute killing at least?
No, she doesn't kill anybody.
No,
but I won't say that. It's just.
Is it manslaughter or first-degree murder?
It's manslaughter.
Put it that way.
I would say it's more. She doesn't directly cause anybody's death, although somebody dies 2 people end up dying in the sequence, but one I won't spoil it all. So, but there are some long stretches which they do take some time to really kind of develop, like the whole Norseman mythology of who he is. He's been alive for 1,100 years, and he's kind of world weary. He's sick of kids just wanting cash and video games. And, it opens with him at a bar getting drunk. And they do have some whimsy. They do have some magic. The final, one of the most impressive and clever deaths, I will say, uses the Santa mythology to very effective result. And I will not do that. I will say that part of the tonal problem with it is that they were trying to decide if John Leguizamo was like the short villain from Home Alone, or if he was Klaus, Hans Gruber from Die Hard. And at times, he was a little bit of both. But it made for a very interesting third act, I will say that. It was overlong, but I didn't at all fall asleep.
Netflix, or is this something worth seeing in the theater?
It's definitely it's Netflixable.
Okay.
If this had come out on Netflix, I think it would be the number one streaming movie today. I do, because it's enjoyable, and it only costs $20 million. So okay, so for a movie that costs that's less than a lot of Netflix movies cost, and it's a holiday movie, and so they figure they're gonna, it's $20 million. It's supposed to make $10 million this weekend, and so they didn't spend a ton of money marketing it. So it'll probably end up being profitable. It wouldn't surprise me if over the next couple of weeks it actually doesn't have that much of a drop, because right now it's in Wakanda's shadow, and it won't be in Wakanda's shadow next week. So it has 1 week before Way of Water to maybe get some buzz about it. But like I say, it's enjoyable to watch. It's just a little bit too long. I was expecting this was going to be wrapped up in 90 minutes, and it felt like it was not.
I don't think anybody was like really taking this movie seriously. I saw it's like, this looks horrible, but I can't not watch this. I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Listen, as a Stubbs A-list person, I was perfectly happy to not spend $17 to watch it.
Fair enough.
So, it was.
Man,
and I got to see some great trailers.
Speaking of time on movies, they're talking about that fucking Avatar movie is going to be 3+ hours long, and that is a fuck you to everything.
No, really?
Ever. Yeah. Look, I was listening to who was I listening? I think Ellen K on Coast was talking about it, and she was like, this movie is supposed to be one of the most expensive and one of the longest films to come out of its genre, of the action sci-fi.
Avatar, Way of Water.
Yeah, The Way of Water.
Well,
I'm like,
I will say that was the nice thing about being able to see this movie in the theaters, because they had new versions of trailers that I had previously seen that made it more intriguing. The Way of the Water trailer has dialogue now, and it shows a lot more of the conflict. You see Neytiri on screen. That's the Zoe Saldana character. You see Neytiri on screen.
You can tell that she dies when you watch that trailer.
She dies. It is very clear. Yeah, they do, because he says the child says, I can feel her, or I can see her. And what do you feel? Yeah. And I feel her heartbeat, and da 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 da.
Right. He doesn't say, well, you can go talk to her. It's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, she's making eggs, baby. Why don't you just go ask her to scramble some eggs? But it looks as gorgeous as the first one. It still looks impressive to me. The character design, the creature design, it is impressive. Now that it's 3+ hours,
after that.
I don't know if I'm that interested. Again, I will see it just because I have the option to see it. But but what I will tell you, the new Megan trailer.
Ooh.
There's an expanded Megan trailer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it doesn't, the first one's like, it's nice to have a friend. This one's a lot darker, like throughout, and you do get the extended voguing remix dance sequence. She does.
That's so creepy.
Yeah. It is no less creepy here. So Megan, I think I'm a little bit more intrigued by Megan now. I wasn't not intrigued by it before, but it does look more fully featured and more interesting now.
The dance sold me. As soon as I saw the dance, like, I'm in.
Oh, well, I can tell you right now,
already out.
They have already
out.
I can tell you right now, because I know somebody at Universal Marketing, there's already a Megan 2 in the pipes before it does anything.
Oh, wow.
Megan 2 is a wrap. They got Megan 2.
That actually, yeah, they already announced.
Yeah,
that.
So it's I'm very intrigued. I'm looking forward to that. And Well, we're getting into trailers now, so Mo hasn't had a chance to weigh in on anything, so except his hot keto. So you can segue us into this next bit.
I would say because we have to save Cocaine Bear. So first,
last. That's last for sure.
First, let's go on and get into a trailer that surprised me the other day that it dropped, because I didn't think that they were this close to releasing it. The trailer for Transformers Rise of the Beast came out, and I think it shocked a lot of people.
Yep. So hold on. Here we go. Oh. Let's pull it in here. Bloop. There we go. Let's make that puppy full screen. Here we go.
It was all a dream.
Stand down. I'm not the one to fear, Prime. There is a darkness coming.
It was all a dream. Pull over! I'm not driving. And if you don't know, now you know. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. And if you don't know, now you know. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call the flip, same number, same hood. It's all good.
Of all the threats, from both your past and future,
It was all a dream.
you've never faced anything like this. Let them come.
And if you don't know, now you know.
This can't be real. This can't be real. Oh, okay, it's real.
All right. So, first up, this is not Michael Bay. And you can tell it's not Michael Bay because these they look like robots. They don't look like a bunch of fucking bits of metal thrown together. The transformations are sleek, and the transformations look like vehicles that would turn to robots.
Yeah. And there's no racial stereotypes either. That's great.
I like and Optimus Primal looks badass.
Optimus Primal's everything.
Is it the same actor voicing Optimus Prime? It sounded like
that is like
yes.
Yeah. I would think so.
And Ron Perlman is Optimus Primal.
Yep.
Now, what's the time in this movie? Is it or something or what?
This actually picks up right this picks up right after Bumblebee in the end credit of the Bumblebee film, when you see Optimus Prime crossing the bridge in the end of the Bumblebee film, which I've watched it several times, so I remember these things.
All right.
But it picks up right after that, so it's right within the exact same timeline, and it's the same creator. So again, it's following that Transformers lineage. This is new.
Yeah. No, I was just everything about seeing RC, seeing Rhinox, seeing the various, I don't know what that fucking flying bird thing shooting out the goddamn fire on the bridge, the cheetah thing. I am here for this, that badass Predacon that stabbed Bumblebee in the chest. All of this looks spectacular to me. And there was no Shia LaBeouf fuckery. There was, I mean, just I am just no Mark Wahlberg.
It's not connected to none of that.
No Stanley Tucci. No.
What about John Turturro?
No John Turturro. I am here. This is the Transformers. When I saw Bumblebee, because I'm not a person who is as much into Transformers as some other folks, but when I saw Bumblebee, I was like, this is a Transformers movie. I buy this. And then the Beast, because I liked Beast Wars as a cartoon on TV when it was on TV. And so to see Primal and to see Primal look the way the art design of these Transformers are fucking amazing. I'm super duper duper. Well, I don't know about Stubbs. Stubbs says no Megan Fox bending over, thank God. I don't know if I agree with that. But there's nothing wrong with Megan Fox bending over. But
all I'm going to say is this: still the best Transformers movie came out in 1985. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
the animated one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
The power!
Weird Al
The magic that is on those tapes, that belongs to us.
No, man, look, this one has a humongous chance of winning, and I like the way that Paramount is rolling out the Hasbro universe. They are taking their time, even though, yes, the Snake Eyes movie, it faltered. But this is all a part of a larger universe that they are rolling out, where they will be connecting G.I. Joe, Transformers, Mask, I believe Visionaries, and
don't do that
Rom
shit.
Space Knight.
Yeah, I don't know that we need that.
Look,
that is reachy as fuck.
Hey. However they're going to do it, because for the relaunch and for what they were doing in the comics, they're saying like with Mask is governments of the world taking Transformers technology and incorporating it into vehicles, and that's how you got Mask. And then they're saying that Visionaries is a part of that. Micronauts. All those things, they're looking at a way to make it make sense, to not be as super spaced out as they would be from the cartoons. These are all separate cartoons that just were all produced by the same company.
Visionaries the one that was like medieval and shit, and like it was like with fucking holograms
the dudes who had the holograms that could give them powers and shit like that.
He-Man. I mean, fuck it.
How are you gonna plug that in there?
I don't know.
Again,
they're not gonna do any of it well because this is misguided. Just do Transformers.
Look, we shall see. We shall see. They have some pretty dope new versions of Transformer G.I. Joe's combos that were pretty dope, like a Megatron Baroness combo, a Stalker, and the Jeep. Forgot what his name was, but okay, look, that's an aside. This one looks good.
Where do you want to go next, Tawala?
Let's go on and get out of the way, because I know there's going to be a whole lot of shit for this one. I personally like it. I'm into the whole mythology. I'm a fan of Indiana Jones. And
here we go.
Look.
Okay, hold on. I'm queuing it up. So give me a second. Share this tab instead. All right, here we go. And wait, there we go.
Can't hear it, so I'm mute.
Oh, it sure is. Sorry.
I miss the desert. I miss the sea. And I miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us.
Those days have come and gone.
Perhaps not.
I don't believe in magic. But a few times in my life, I've seen things Things I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe. It's how hard you believe it.
Who is this man?
I'm her godfather.
related.
Get back!
That
I'm gonna
callback
get my
would have been
tickets.
better
Yes.
served by waiting for the movie.
Yes.
I don't like that they put that in the trailer.
I don't know about you, but like if someone throws a whip at me, I'm not gonna wait to shoot him. I don't understand all that.
Okay. Well, look, that's the Indiana.
We
Jones
lost
look.
Ryan because it wasn't believable.
Yeah.
I have.
Depends on how hard you
Common
believe in it.
sense, John.
Okay.
Come on. Let's use
I have two questions.
I'm gonna start shooting when you duck. Okay. Really?
I
Yes, it's
have
a
two
movie, Ryan.
questions.
It's a movie. It's not a.
Okay.
And it's
documentary.
Harrison
It's not
Ford.
Channel 5, no.
It's
From now
Indiana
on-
Jones.
okay,
Indiana Jones is not going to
from
get
now
shot
on,
by people.
Every time you bash a movie, I'm gonna go. What's wrong? It's just a movie.
Hey,
it's
but
a movie.
you know, look, I will go into problems within a film, but when it comes to stretching the imagination in a
Okay,
film
fair
that
enough.
stretches the imagination,
Okay.
we're there.
I have a
He
question.
survived a nuclear bomb in a refrigerator.
That's my question.
drank
How
from
many
a-
Wait.
aliens are gonna be
There
in
were
this movie?
aliens in the last movie. All bets are
Yeah. But here's how long does World War II last in the Indiana Jones universe? Why are we still fighting Nazis 5 movies in?
Because
Nazis
will
definitely
forever
still
be hated.
Nazis.
Wait, have you not seen what's going on right now, Tom?
I understand, but this is clearly.
Now Nazis.
He's fighting
But-
Kanye.
Oh Jesus! Well,
Lucky it's not Illinois Nazis.
but with the cars and everything, it seems to me like they're still somewhat set in the post-war era. Like you don't have parades with red, white, and blue bunting. It's still got to be the 40s on the outside at the 50s. And he has gone through. It sucks that they put flashbacks of young Indy in this trailer because he looks old as fuck now.
no.
He looks good. He looks good, but he
Tom,
does look
Tom,
old.
It's not flashbacks. It's not flashbacks at all.
Oh, it's the Dial of
de-aging.
Destiny.
It's de-aging, and so that's what this film is dealing with. Those aren't old clips. That is them showing you up top the de-aging that they've done on Harrison Ford to make this film.
No, it's a flashback.
Yeah, but
It's
what
a
Tom is
flashback
saying is
that
they're
they're
showing
doing
the
that.
past.
Yeah, it's not in the Dial of Destiny didn't dial him back to that age.
No,
they're
no,
they're showing you what he looked like in previous
Yes. Oh, yeah,
adventures,
yeah,
and it's comparison to the. Now I will say, he looks credible. I mean, there's a lot of CGI like on that horse and some of the motorcycle shit. It's a lot of CGI, but I can't. No, he's fucking 80 years old. I didn't expect him to do his stunts.
Also, back to Tom's point, he's Harrison Ford. He survived 2 plane crashes. You can do this shit, all right? You got this unlocked.
No, absolutely.
Look, he literally had his heart almost pulled out, and he stopped it from happening. Okay.
Listen, I just have to say, we have been going down in the subtitles of this movie since the beginning. When it was just Raiders of the Lost Ark, that was cool. Then they changed it to Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. You had Temple of Doom I can ride with.
Yeah.
By the time we got to Crystal Skull, what the fuck is the Dial of Destiny?
Yeah, the title is
Destiny,
weak.
that's what it is.
The title is weak.
That's horrible.
It has to be something awesome to make up for that title. Like if the Dial of Destiny is fucking rad, I'll be like, all right.
No, if it's a fucking rotary phone, I'm gonna be very pissed.
Probably the spirit of
It's most likely I can talk on a phone. Marion, where are you, Marion? It's like
it's most likely the Spear of Destiny. That's basically probably what it is.
Wait, the Spear of Destiny?
Yes. Yes.
Then why would they call it the Dial of Destiny? A dial isn't a spear.
They call it the Crystal Skull. I don't know because
crystal skulls are a Mayan thing. That's an existing mythology.
It's the thing he can think of with the word destiny in it.
Yeah, look, D&D.
Okay,
he was with it. We shall see.
It's gonna suck.
Curious,
I said it here. I put crow on it right now. I'll eat some crow.
Oh, this feels like very early crow, dude.
Crow bet.
Very early
connected
crow.
To the spear of destiny.
And just so there's no confusion or anything, Ryan
will eat it.
Is saying the movie's gonna suck. There's no confusion or anything. Make sure we're recording. Okay.
And if it doesn't suck, you're gonna eat the crow cake.
I'll eat the crow cake.
Yeah.
I think
okay, got it.
0% chance of that happening. I predict a future episode, if the movie's good, where everybody else is going, it's awesome, and Ryan's like, nope, it sucks.
He's gonna stand by it.
Nope. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a self-cleaning oven.
Ryan's gonna die in that spear of destiny.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you know what? The Dial of Destiny is a golden scarab left over from Moon Knight.
Now let me ask you this: was that the Corinthian playing an evil Nazi?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that works. He was great. And the art design on that character in particular in his casting was really, really strong in Sandman. So yeah, I'm here for him. That's great.
I'm not mad at Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It's going to be interesting to see how
I
they
love her. She
skip
wrote it
past
too, right?
the whole mutt thing.
Did she write it? She wrote the whole thing?
I don't know if she wrote. She's at least one of the writers, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna look
Mad
it up right
props.
now.
She's deep involved in it. How they
rewrites
pass
were
it
there?
along.
I heard there was at least one rewrite.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she was one of the rewriters.
Yeah, to bring her on.
Where are we going next, Twala, in terms of trailers?
For what I would say is my second favorite trailer that for me when it comes to my favorite Marvel films.
Here we go. Oh boy, here we go.
From Black Panther to Winter Soldier to Guardians to Ragnarok to First Avenger. Guardians, for me, is a film I go back to all the time. So for me, seeing this story with this crew coming to an end, I was touched.
It'll be better than Indiana Jones.
Oh,
here we go.
We were gone for quite a while. But no matter what happens next, the galaxy still needs its guardians.
Hello, we come in peace.
Come on, Brax. Seriously, dude?
No! Ow!
Don't forget where we came from.
We have been running our whole lives.
Pete, I'm done running. We'll all fly away together. One last time. Into the forever. That beautiful sky.
And we'll kill anyone who gets in our way.
No, not kill anyone.
Kill a few people.
Kill no people.
Kill one guy, one stupid guy who no one loves.
Now you're just making it sad.
Is that Adam Warlock?
Yeah,
it is Adam
Yes.
Warlock.
Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock making his debut. The High Evolutionary which takes the introduction of mutant kind to a whole nother level within this film. We know it's going to be a tearjerker because they have already said that this is the last iteration of this Guardians of the Galaxy, the story that they have officially kicked off with the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Highly recommend you watch it because that's just a fun watch.
That's okay.
Those who aren't down with the Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah, fuck out of here. It's not for you. All right.
This teaser trailer, all I wanted to see is Adam Warlock, and I got it. So
yeah, and he has the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
We're already winning. Okay. We don't know, but he has a gem in his forehead, which I'm already like, well, okay, we're going there.
It can't be the Soul Stone because the Soul Stone was destroyed.
Well,
allegedly.
We'll see. Because we saw that there was a drawer full of stones in Loki. There was a drawer full of stones in Loki.
Yeah, but they only work in that timeline.
Yeah, that doesn't look like the Soul Stone.
That's not a Soul Stone.
Okay.
It's something. It's a forehead adornment.
Yes.
And I'm just now seeing this is a very Iron Man-y looking little outfit he has on. I didn't notice it because it's so quick in the thing, but it's possible because the Soul Gem, because they were Infinity Gems in the comic book.
Yeah.
The Soul Gem had a different function when it was with Adam than it did when it was in the Gauntlet. So I think they had these gems, and so they just decided, oh, we had this thing, let's just slip it into the thing because it's the soul, and so soul is one of the 6 things, and blah, blah, blah. So it's possible that it is an artifact that actually does what it did in the comics, which was to suck people's souls out of them and stuff.
One of the
right, the Infinity Gems.
But it could be a gem, yes. So it could be there. I like the comic editions of the Guardians outfits. I thought those uniforms was dope. There's a lot of good things. For me, it has the exact same vibe as the first 2 films.
Yes.
To me, the thing about Guardians is they don't stray away from what it is they do. They're like, look, this is what we do. Everyone else can do what they do. We stay here. They know their lane. They're going to stay in it. And I think over time, their characters have become a little more seasoned, a little more worn as far as who they are. So I think that we can expect a more serious Peter Quill for those who are tired of his humor. I'm thinking that we're going to see something a little more serious.
I did enjoy the little shout out to 2001: A Space Odyssey with those costumes.
The Teletubbies.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah, the spacesuits were great. Yeah. I don't even know what the deal is, but I love it already.
Space Odyssey.
Look, I'm excited.
I don't remember rainbow uniforms in Space Odyssey.
Right, just a hater. Watch the movie again. Stop hating,
man.
And that Space Hog song is a banger.
You can get it.
Yeah, it is. That's a good song.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a Guns N' Roses song I didn't know about when I was listening to it the first time. Until it said Space Hog in the subtitles, I was like, oh, so it's not Guns N' Roses. Okay. No, that's a great rock anthem.
The guy in Space Hog is clearly doing an
Axl
Rose, yeah.
I mean, James Gunn is notorious for having great soundtracks, so.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
And this being his swan song before he heads over
to DC,
DC, and so far with what they're saying, he's gonna bring to DC. With him teasing Kingdom Come as the kind of the future of where he wants to take his storyline. I'm like, wow, man, this dude is serious. If that's where that's where he eventually wants to take it. He put that as like the end of what it is he wants to do with his DC storyline. I'm like, oh shit, that's a very bold statement, dude. That's
also a very Snyderverse-y kind of statement because Kingdom Come is a deconstruction. Well, it is because Kingdom Come is a deconstruction of the classic stuff, and so the fans, some of the immediate feedback I saw, and I'm sure Mo saw it too. It's either Snyderverse or nothing, and it's like, well, first of all, fuck you, because you're it. But it's Snyder's vision of DC, which is darker and grittier and not the happy stories of the iconic Trinity doing sort of superhero-y things. It's all about consequences of being a god and destruction and being aloof and being above it and being disconnected from humanity, as opposed to being an avatar for virtue and stuff like that. So that's why Kingdom Come would.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I think with James, if James Gunn has that as his ultimate guidepost, it's going to be interesting, because we've already seen what he would do with DC with the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. We've already seen his vision of what he would like to see these characters doing and how he would like them to
correct.
So if that's and again, he's not directing everything moving forward. He's just the one who's saying, "Hey guys, this is the vision. This is the plan. I'm gonna jump in here."
I feel that.
Stuff, but
what is he? Feige for DC? Is
that?
Is that
he's Feige.
He originally went after Kevin Feige. They said, "Look, we want you."
Yeah.
He's like, "Nah, I'm good." But then after that, they went after James Gunn.
Yeah.
I mean, why get off a winning team?
Yeah.
I mean, why drop yourself into the trash compactor?
Right.
One trailer and a quick one, because when I first saw this, I didn't think it was real. But then
I didn't either.
They're saying that this is actually going to happen. This isn't a joke. This is an actual real film, in the same vein of Bambi, The Reckoning, and Pooh, Blood and Honey. We get The Mean One, a new story of Grinch.
Remember that story about Cindy You-Know-Who? When her Christmas was stolen, she knew what to do.
Why, Santa Claus? Why?
But what if I said that's not how it went down?
You gonna be okay? Because we can turn around right now.
No. Poor girl. Her mother was killed. Her mind snapped.
Did you ever find the Christmas killer?
Never got a reliable description of the man.
Dad! He is out there! What if the Christmas killer is back?
This town cannot go through another Christmas killer thing. Not again.
Us folks down in Newville, we liked Christmas a lot. But that thing that lives just north of Newville does not.
What is it?
The mean one. He's slippery, he's elusive. He's a mean one, that mister.
I'm not gonna be a victim anymore. Time to roast this beast.
This ain't real.
You're a dead one, mister.
So bad.
It says December 9th.
Hey, look, again.
Like a week away.
If this
exactly,
this thing comes out again, I mean, look, from Pooh, Blood and Honey, and again, Bambi, The Reckoning, there seems to be a new trend. If this thing is coming out, look,
hey, that's great. I'm all for it.
It's why not? Why not?
Okay, the actor who plays the star, what's her name? Crystal Martin. Is that her name?
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I believe you.
Okay. She looks like she's trying not to fart in all her fucking scenes. Her face.
I'm
just gonna come out and say it.
Careful, Ryan. She definitely looks like she could kick your ass.
I mean, wait, but that's shotgun probably.
Was that shotgun wrapped in?
Didn't you see her doing punch sit-ups? No one who can't kick your ass can do punch sit-ups. I bet Mo can do fucking punch sit-ups.
Fair enough. I'm just saying. She looks like she's trying not to fart.
It says that it is being released by XYZ Productions, and it says that it's real. I will say that if yes,
you can hear just the sound quality of the trailer. It's very low budget.
Yeah.
Oh, clearly. Oh, yeah. No, it's like the Five Nights at Freddy thing. It's designed to be a cash grab, and that's why they can't actually say the Grinch. They can't say Cindy Who. It's Cindy You-Know-Who, and it's Newville, not Whoville. And so, look, it can't be any worse than Blood and Honey. And so the final trailer we have
Damn.
Yeah.
This is.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no,
this
is magic.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Real, right?
This is pure magic.
This is what we have been waiting for. This is the one, and so
Line
I
this
think.
baby up.
Listen, everybody. When I think Ryan, did you bring this into the chat?
Hell yeah, I did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, this is a Ryan McBain
This is
original.
Ryan.
And I
Ryan
thought
McBain joints.
I thought that it was not possible that this was actually a thing, but folks, here it is. Here it is.
Medic!
Oh, Jesus. What is that?
Beth, we should go.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
Oh, I'm looking for my daughter.
The forest is a dangerous place.
Hey, Henry, check it out. Something got into it. A deer, maybe.
A lot of cocaine was lost. I need you to go and get it.
This is a legit cast.
Oh, it is.
Don't eat that. Let's see what kind of effect that has on
The bear, it fucking did cocaine. A bear did cocaine.
There was a bear.
A bear?
It was far.
Hey, that's inappropriate.
You're safe. Bears can't climb trees.
Of course I can.
Baby.
Oh shit.
Get higher, baby.
It kind of seems like the thing that stays with the man forever.
Apex predator. High on cocaine.
out of its mind. Oh man, you fucked.
What the fuck is wrong with that bear? Shoot it!
Don't ever come down.
Don't ever come down! Freebase!
We have such good luck in nature.
You know, Ryan, you said this is a Ryan McBain joint. This is not a Ryan McBain joint. This is a Ryan McBain line.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a line. No, it's a Ryan McBain bump.
Because he was doing it off the leg of that he severed.
Oh, it's so good.
Tom, to be serious for a moment, this is marketing genius. Let's say they paid $5 million for it. The multipliers on this, they can get 25, 30 million easy.
And this was the Red Band trailer that I saw in the movie theaters today. So this is exactly the same trailer that I was talking to you about, Twala. This looks amazing. It looks amazing. I don't believe that they have Felicity in there. I thought we could have had Elizabeth Banks in the Felicity role because she's the producer or whatever. This looks amazing. And Ray Liotta, is this Ray Liotta's last role?
It's not his last one, but it's one of his last ones.
It's one of his last
Okay.
ones. But you couldn't have picked a better role.
Oh, he might as well be Henry Hill.
Yeah.
He looks
It's great.
I'll show you helicopters.
Look, everything about the trailer from the music that they use.
Oh my God!
All the
Isaiah
beats of
Whitlock.
the trailer. I mean, man.
Dude.
Clay Davis.
Why?
Running
through my mind.
Yeah, this is a opening night must see movie.
Oh yeah.
This is I cannot.
No,
wait.
this is amazing.
I think people say like, yo man, what are you most excited seeing, man? Like, something from Marvel for some. No, fucking Cocaine Bear, dude.
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear is what I need in my life.
Can I be honest with you? It's Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine. It's cocaine. It's cocaine bear.
I can't think of a movie that ever had like a legal drug in the title. The closest thing I can think of is Blow, but even that was just slang. This is like flat out cocaine bear. It just
they had Is that right?
Yeah.
There's never heroin has never been in a title of a movie.
Cautionary tale, because that bear goes around fucking people up, and you can tell from Get.
Yeah, I just want one cutaway of Rick James.
Yeah.
just the bear's going to town on somebody, and you just hear him go, "Okay,
Unity."
Look, the fact.
No, it looks amazing.
Is this supposed to be based on a story that actually happened?
Loosely based.
Yes,
very loosely based.
The facts of the case is that the cocaine was thrown out of a plane. The dude who was parachuting out of the plane, apparently his body was found, and that the bear ate some of the cocaine. But the bear in the real story died within 5 minutes of ingesting all the coke.
Yeah,
and so, right, he OD'd.
But you're getting a very important point here. Between those 5 minutes, he was the most...
he was the deadliest apex predator on the planet.
He was an Avengers level threat. Easily.
I think I would love to see Cocaine Bear like go toe to toe with like an orca or like a great white shark. I want to see a real battle up in this bitch. I do. I want to see like, I want to see all of it. I want to see him doing a crack pipe. I want to see the whole thing. This looks so amazing to me. And if they get a Dave Chappelle, Tyrone Biggums cameo in this bitch, I am gonna explode.
There's a lot that they can do with this one.
Oh my God, this is amazing. And the only thing they can't do is Cocaine Bear 2.
Well, you can have like a spin-off. Crystal Meth Mountain Lion or something like that. That could
work. Crystal Meth Meerkat.
Heroin Hawk.
Just start a whole cinematic universe of different incredibly dangerous animals on different drugs, right? You got fucking
ketamine koala.
Yeah, totally, right? Why not, man?
Fentanyl falcon.
Oh man.
Yeah, barbiturate boom slang.
Not the boom slang.
Actually,
wow.
All that shit, yes.
Oh man.
Shit.
It has been a stone groove.
Quick, you are the most righteous.
Quick announcement. On December 30th will mark the final, and I mean the final regular edition of Nerd-O-Rama. It will no longer appear on the Mo Kelly Show either. Big things are happening. Can't get into too many details, but I will say you should probably follow Mo at Mr. Mo Kelly on all platforms for some details about what is happening. What you will get though in 2023 and beyond is the legendary Friday nights in a new fantabulous fashion. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Big things are coming come January 3rd, 2023, kicking it off. Big shit, baby. Big shit. And that is why I'm glad you are here, John, for this major, fantastic announcement, because why the fuck not?
I'm excited, man. I love it.
Did anyone tell John?
Yeah. Well, no.
It's in the group chat. It's in the group chat.
Oh, yes, it is in the group chat.
I know a bit.
Okay.
I know a bit.
Yes. John knows some things. He knows some people that know some things.
I can just say that everybody on this panel has a beard this week.
Yes.
That is true. That is the thing.
Well, now y'all just need to get Liz on board. Liz is gonna have to start growing beard. Or at least like make one out of felt.
Wow.
You know, like a little felt beard that she can just kind of strap on when she does the show.
Right.
Pure comedy. Love all of y'all. We are way over. And so it has been a fantastically Fantastically fun time. Mo, I'm glad you were able to join us. Next week, well, I'm not going to shout it out because I don't want your studio overrun, but next week, Mo, we are in the building cheering you on, good sir.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it. I absolutely love it. And with that, Anthony, my man, 50 grand. Take us out, good sir.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
McBain.
Don't mix cocaine with foot powder. That's it.
Mo Kelly.
Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill.
Tom.
Where is my yayo suit?
Yeah.
Chi, get the yayo.
John, you know it had to happen, brother. What you got, good sir?
The Batman.
Don't miss the next entry in the drugged out animal cinematic universe, the Barbiturate Boomslang.
Excelsior.